About why I am bullish on uranium. Some of you that are in my email list, I've talked about uranium, my case for it, and the argument for why I'm bullish on it and why a lot of investors are bullish on it. And the key thing is that it comes down to supply and demand. So in simple economics, supply and demand. So when the supply is up and the demand is low, you have businesses and products that are going to be cheaper because not as many people want those products. All right. And when demand is high and supply is low, then supply is going to be increased in price because there's so much demand for it. So that's simple economics and supply and demand. And so we see that currently in the housing market. There's not a lot of inventory, especially up here in Washington State. So that is what I mean by supply and demand. For uranium, a few things I am bullish on is because uranium is the cleanest form of energy. One of the cleanest forms of energy. Let me correct that. So uranium is carbon and emission free. So this is what, the Biden administration and what many people want to pursue is like, okay, how do we clean the earth? How do we cause less pollution? And so uranium is one of those ways, and that's nuclear energy. Another thing is uranium is currently very underpriced. Uranium's going for about $30 a pound, but it costs uranium miners, it costs them $60 a pound to produce. So anytime they producing it at $60 a pound, and then they're having to sell it for $30 a pound. So that means that they're losing money. So how long can uranium last at $30 a pound? So this is why I'm bullish on it. Another thing is that uranium makes up 10% of the world's electricity consumption. And so 10% of the world uses uranium for electricity. So if uranium price doesn't go up and our production doesn't continue to flourish, then some people are going to be without electricity. The next thing is that COVID has shut down a lot of uranium mines, and these mines aren't able to produce as much as they could on a year-by-year basis. So normally the world consumes about 150 million pounds of uranium per year. However, last year in 2020, we only produced about 50 million pounds. And then you do have secondary market, which isn't even that much as well. So we're currently operating at a deficit because we didn't produce that much the last year. And we're also operating off supply from the past because we mined a lot of uranium back in the 70s. That was a big movement for nuclear energy and nuclear being used as a form of electricity in homes and things like that. Outside of that, you had the 40s where it was used for more military and things like that. And it's still used for military. However, they started using it for homes in the 70s. And so we had a big surplus of supply. And now we are currently operating off of that surplus, and we're chipping away at it right now, and we're producing less than 150 million pounds a year. So that is another reason why I'm bullish. And another reason, all right? So there's a lot of reasons, y'all. So the uranium mines have been shut down because of COVID, and these mines take years to get back online and to get actually producing uranium. So imagine, us, we're operating at a deficit. We don't have as much uranium that we're operating off now. And then it also takes years to get these mines back and going. And these mines have been shut down because of COVID. COVID has caused the mines to stop production. So that is why I am bullish on uranium as well. Now, a lot of people hate uranium. I mean, people don't want to think of the fact of nuclear disasters and, what happened in Fukushima when Japan had the big earthquake in 2011, where you have nuclear disasters like that. People don't want to think of war. But uranium is one of the most hated assets. So many wealthy people, they invest in the most hated assets that people are not looking at, people are not running to, and that is how they profit and make a lot of money. Like I said before, Wayne Gretzky said, don't head to where the puck is at, head to where the puck is going. And so that is why I'm bullish on uranium. So I have shared this with a lot of people. I've shared this with my email list and things like that. Let me know if you're bullish on uranium, if that's something that you're investing in. Feel free to leave any tickers that you're investing in below and why you like those companies and things like that. So that is why I am bullish on uranium. I really like Rick Rule, what he has to say about it. I listen to him a lot when he talks about it. So it's pretty good. Check out some of his interviews with a few different people on uranium. I think you will get a lot of information from it. So thank you all for joining the Money Level Show today.